Hey y'all, welcome to the awfulness that is this bathroom. Hello, hello. I really, yuck. Really do not want to have to clean this bathroom right now. However, my God, look at all of the mold and mildew on this shower curtain because we're disgusting human beings. All the pink stuff, it's back, always. And look down there. Oh gosh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right, so as you can see from that overview, very dirty in here. Not terribly messy, except for this stuff, which is newly arrived. But I absolutely have to clean this bathroom today because we have started tearing up the kids' bathroom, our guest bathroom, and they are going to need to start using this. So while my husband and I can deal with, the filth and avoiding the filth and putting our hands in the filth, my kids will be attracted to it. So I have to clean this before they come home from daycare so that they can have a clean bathroom to use. I also maybe need to find, well, we're always going to be in here with them, but this top drawer is a medicine drawer, and I leave my medicine out there so I don't forget to take it. So I might need to briefly rethink that. We're always going to be in here with them, but at the same time, I don't want to take any chances with that stuff. Okay, time to stop chatting, and I need to get the plug drain thing from under the sink and put it in the bathtub because they take baths. Also why the bathtub needs to be desperately cleaned. All right, I'm gonna stop chatting because really at this point it's just even more procrastination. My husband's at the store getting stuff for the other bathroom project so he can continue to work on that a little bit later in the week. And let me go gather my cleaning supplies and put on my big girl panties and be a mom. First things first, let's clean up and find places for the things in here. Toothbrushes can fit in there. I think this is my husband's toothpaste anyway. Go in his drawer. We'll just keep the kids' toothpaste out. Find somewhere else for this candle since we don't really use it. More toothbrushes? I don't even know whose toothbrushes. I think this one is my husband's, but he already has one in here. Maybe I will... Here, I'll put them on his side and he can deal with them because I don't know what those are for. All right, put this in the drawer. This lotion can stay out. I wonder where he put the soap because I put my soap in their bathroom because I was using different soap. The Aquaphor can just go on the top here. Maybe he put it in their storage cabinet. All right, this goes in the bedroom. This I'm going to put elsewhere. And this goes to the kitchen. So let's go do that. Okay, found the soap. It'll go here-ish. All right. I'm going to throw this away. And I guess next we will spray down stuff. The mirror doesn't really need to be cleaned that badly, so it does a little bit, but honestly, I know it's going to get spit over it, all over it in like 3 seconds after my kids are in here, so I'm not going to worry about that, getting that clean for them. I will, however, do the countertop. Move those over there. Yeah, guess I should clear the countertop first before doing this. Wow, that'd be a genius move, Sarah. My husband was cutting his hair the other day, so go ahead and put that up. I think he's done now. Don't know if it goes there or underneath. Might have to tell him I put it there. All right, countertops cleaned off. You can see a little bit better. And I'm just gonna use this stone cleaner in the sinks too. What the hell? We'll just put it on the... Can you tell that I just really do not want to do this? But let's not leave it on the faucets for too long in case that's not good for it. So I am kind of doing little progress videos of the work on the other bathroom. I'm not filming it because my husband's doing the work, and I think he would prefer me not to film him doing that. It's like eyes watching, no pressure, right? Just, well, honestly, not that many people are going to see it because not that many people watch my videos, but more people than would otherwise would see it and maybe comment. So it's just not his thing, which is absolutely fine. So I am taking as many progress videos as I can, and then I'll put those together and kind of do a voiceover describing the process. But we had, when I was pregnant with my daughter, kind of did a little mini update to that bathroom then. And what we did was, I feel like maybe I've told you guys this before, but I can't remember. I guess just skip to the next part if I've told you this before. But what we did was we changed out the light fixture because the light fixture was really old, and in the theory it could have been pretty, but it was not. There were tulip shaped, what is that called? Not lampshades, light shades, I guess. And they were like at the end of these vine-like metal pieces, but they also had like leaves coming off of it. And it ended up just being a major dust trap. So we replaced that. And then we also, what else did we do? We had replaced the faucet for practical purposes. It wasn't working very well anymore, and it was really worn out. So we replaced that. And what else did we do? There was a medicine cabinet, you know, a small one like this big, that served as the mirror, but it wasn't like recessed into the wall at all, so it stuck out pretty far. And then we installed, since we'd taken down that, and that was the storage that was out of child reach, essentially, we went ahead and we installed the cabinet that's above the toilet for some extra storage that we, wouldn't need to be constantly keeping the kids out of. So those were the things that we did in the bathroom before, and this time it's more of, instead of updating, it's more of a true mini renovation. The other things in that bathroom that we really didn't like were the flooring, which used to be the same flooring in here until we had a leak in this wall and we had to redo this bathroom. And then we had, let me go ahead and start putting stuff back. Then we had, what was I talking about? You guys, this is how easily distracted I am, and that I actually cannot do two thought processes at a time. I have a ton of thought processes happening, but in my head it's all jumbled and it's fine, but speaking to you intelligently and then physically thinking about doing something else is difficult. I was saying about the flooring. Okay, so the flooring in there is like a sheet vinyl or linoleum. And this will put those like that. And it's just been dirty and needed to be ripped up. And the vanity is a 36-inch wide vanity. And it's just a little bit too wide, like to the point where you have to like have the trash bin at a certain angle to get it out from between the toilet and the cabinet. I think I showed you guys that before one time when I was cleaning. And that's done well enough. Let's turn and look to the toilet. I guess I'm just gonna use this on the toilet too. I don't really care. I'm too lazy to go get my vinegar spray, so this is it. It's porcelain and plastic. I'm sure I'll be fine. But yeah, the vanity is 36 inches, and we've always wanted something a little bit smaller in there so that there's a little bit more space to live in that room when we're in there. Because a lot of times, the room, like the largest footprint of the room is like 5 by 7, but that's not including like the toilet and the vanity, like they're on top of that floor space, right? And there's also a cutout, so the entryway into the room is only as wide as the door, essentially. And I don't know why I'm describing it this much in depth. You guys have seen my bathroom many times over there. But it's a decently small space, and it turns out that, like, when one of the kids are in there, it's usually, like, both kids and at least one adult in there with them if they're, like, brushing teeth together or they want to take a bath together. Because my kids are still, small enough to where it doesn't matter. They're taking baths together. And, as soon as my daughter becomes uncomfortable with that, or if my son becomes uncomfortable with that first, we will absolutely stop. But yeah, they're pretty young still. But yeah, so then it's usually like 2 kids and 1 adult in there. And that's just a small space for that number of people. So we're going with a 30-inch wide vanity to get the little extra space in there. And just, it's going to be a little bit less deep too. So instead of having drawers, the vanity is going to just have 2 cabinet doors, and it's going to have 2 shelves inside. And then it has like a shelf underneath that's open, so hopefully that will visually make it feel, like the room isn't quite so small as well. And we can put extra towels or whatever under there. Get stuff out of the linen closet. Doesn't need to be in there, we can put their washcloths in there. So I might actually go look for some baskets and stuff to put in there since they won't have any drawers in there. The 2 drawers that we have currently are like so small anyway that they can't even really be called drawers. They are obviously functionally drawers, but you know what I mean. So we are, sorry this is so rambly. Oh, I guess we need more toilet cleaner soon. I probably should have sprayed that down first and let it sit. What did I do with the cap? Oh, duh. Y'all, it's been a week. It's been a week. The cap's attached. It's just been a week. All right, while that sits, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll close that so the fumes just aren't coming up, and I'll put that on the top to remind myself I need to do that. I'm going to, I guess, move over to the tub. All right, y'all, there's just literally no good angle for this. I'm gonna go ahead and just put these in my sink. If you're not doing a 2-step face wash, strongly recommend you do it. You do an oil cleanser first and then a moisturizing cleanser. And I just feel like my skin gets so much cleaner that way. And I feel like it's less dry afterwards too. And I really probably need to get a new razor handle since this one's yucky. But that's not super priority right now. I should move this open, not be lazy about this. Since the kids are gonna be taking baths in here. There we go. Okay. All right, and I always forget to open this first, so let me not point it towards my face and see. This is really when I should be wearing my glasses. That says stream, I think. Don't want that. Of course, I've got soap all over my hands now. What does that say? I believe that says spray. Kind of. And of course, it's leaking everywhere again, per usual. I'm spraying this so weirdly because it's just dripping all over. We'll let that sit for a little bit. I'm just gonna leave that in there so that drips on there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this is so dirty, I'm just gonna wash it in the washing machine. So I'm gonna take this off and put some OxiClean, a bunch of OxiClean in the washing machine and wash it. Right. Because that's just, I don't want to scrub that, and my kids don't need it for taking baths, right? So it's fine if it doesn't get clean until tomorrow morning. All right, close this again. That is going to, I just dropped that on the floor out there instead of washing it because there are wet clothes in the washing machine that I need to switch to the dryer, and then there's clothes in the dryer that need to come out. And I still haven't put up the clothes that are folded in the laundry basket. So we'll need to do those things first. Let's go ahead and get this scrubbed. Let's get the toilet scrubbed. Let's empty the trash, and then let's sweep the floor. And that should be the game plan, I think. Okay, let's do it. I just don't want to. Sorry, I am very complainy about this today. I hate doing this. I need to do it more often, and now that my kids are going to use it, maybe that will motivate me to do it more often. Absolutely did not get the spray where that curtain was stuck. Sounds like my husband is home if you can hear Max barking in the background there. Oh, this bleach is bad. Whew, that bleach is strong. I guess the one reassuring thing about this is that we do have like a gray non-slip insert that goes in the bottom of the tub too. Whew. All right, well, my sinuses are getting cleaned out. Cleared out, that's for certain. All right, let's put the stuff back in the tub. Oh, man. If I put my products back in the wrong order, which I'm switching these two so I can go from left to right now. I was used to having this one at the end, but I usually work from here over. If I mix up the shampoo and conditioner, I guaranteed will condition my hair first and then shampoo it unknowingly. All right, and I'm actually not going to put this back in here. I'm going to, I think I have a lid for it, and I'll just keep it in my drawer, I guess. Maybe I'll get some drawer locks. We'll see. You're in the way to do that though, so I'm just gonna set this on the counter for now, or back in the sink, I guess. All right, what's next? I think I said the toilet was next. This I think we're done with. Let's put that up out of the way. I think we're done with the toilet bowl cleaner too. Okay, let's get the toilet bowl brush. It's looking much better. And I'll give that another flush in a minute. Yeah, I forgot to move the camera. I did just swish up the toilet though. I'm gonna flush it again because I cleaned a little bit after the first flush. There you go, it's now clean. Sorry, I forgot to move the camera. Story of my life, right? All right, let's empty this garbage. I feel like it's always really hard to empty bathroom trash bins. And I know I could just put this in there, but then I have to look at a crappy plastic bag. So kind of don't want to do that. Oh, here's another piece of trash. All right, all that's left I think is the floor now. Excuse me. Sweep off this a little bit. And there might be an extra lot of hair in here because my husband did just cut his hair the other day. He mostly did it outside, but he's been doing numerous touch-ups in here. And of course the dust is all sticking to where it dripped on the floor. Right, we're just doing good enough to be, you know, fairly sanitary, not perfect. Did y'all just see that? Oh my gosh. My life right now. All right, let's try going the other way. All right, that's good enough. All right, so this is what we're looking at. Toothbrushes and toothpaste and lotion and soap. Fairly clean. Toilet's clean for use, which y'all didn't see because I forgot to move the camera. This corner doesn't have gobs of hair in it. Floor's relatively clean. Our products that aren't harmful are back up. Moved my razor. Put the soap back. No more pink stuff. Yay. If you see the stuff below here that's black, that's just behind the silicone there. I can't clean that. We'll have to get that replaced. All right, thank you for being with me on this journey that I did not want to take. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you the next time. Bye.